magnets and face the north poles towards each other, the small region between the two magnets will cancel, but
this guy is saying that when two similar poles face each other, the magnetic field between the two will cancel each other, but after canceling each other, they will tend to reinforce each other all over space. Come on, such a contradiction. I mean, I could say I have done experiments to show what this guy is saying is impossible from the data collected. But why do that? Why use data when we can just use human experience? Here's a powerful magnet. This is the North Pole. Here's another powerful magnet. This is the North Pole. Let's put them together. Can you see that? You can't, no matter what force you have. They'll never come together. So obviously they have not cancelled each other. Let's not say no Kumalo collected data, because there can be data collected in this highly politicized field that is science. They say, no, this data is collected by a black, so we don't trust it. No, let's not trust my data. Let's just trust this. Is that cancelling each other? You, your child, your 5-year-old, your 10-year-old, you yourself can pick a magnet, put the two poles face each other, and ask yourself, is that really cancelling each other? Or are others allowed in science to basically say whatever they like, even if they don't know a thing? I mean, the experiments confirm this, that there's increased magnetic activity. The data confirms this, but let's not use that data. Let's just use good old handy experiments, place two magnets together like primary school kids, They do not cancel each other. Something repelling itself cannot be canceling each other out at the same. Logic says they cannot be canceling and repelling each other. So is this guy wanting a certain public view at all costs? Because he's obviously contradicting himself at all costs. So he's going into more than just science. He's going into political ideology. You understand? Because that's not science. They're not cancelling each other out. So he's either a very cunning person who thinks everybody will be blind to what he says, or he's misunderstanding science because of vain pride, that vanity filled with pride. So he would rather misunderstand the science. We are almost vain, all of us as human beings. But when you add pride to it, it becomes destructive. You will say impossible things just to get your point across, for your group to look like they're special. Even when you contradict yourself, you don't care. So you've got to be careful in science. Don't just take these guys for what they say. 90% of the time, they themselves don't know what they're talking about, but they like to say others don't know what they're talking about. I prefer to talk about stuff I've known, stuff I've experimented on, so that way it makes less that I will contradict myself, Be careful of betraying reality by just following people who are calling themselves the super scientists and the gatekeepers. They are gatekeepers because they are not capable of that higher science, of that higher original thought. That's why they are gatekeepers. You have to understand this. So I wish you luck, but there's so many contradictions in this video. It's clearly he has a half understanding of what magnetism is. So that Stitch calling Trump, well, he knows as much about magnetism as Trump, So for him to pretend he knows better, it's absolutely dangerous ground, It's either a very cunning human being, cunning and distorting information for the group, or he's misunderstanding science because of vain pride. That's all we can say.